Today we'll worry about solving equations or inequalities with variables on both sides. And so in this one, the first step of what I would try to do is normally I like to try to get all the x's to the left-hand side. So to get all the x's on the left-hand side, I'd have to first minus 3x, which this would give me negative 1x plus 5 is less than or equal to negative 10. I would then have to subtract 5 on both sides, which would give me negative 1x is less than or equal to negative 15. Then I'd have to divide by negative 1 and divide by negative 1. Whenever you divide by a negative for an inequality, we would have to flip this sign. So my end answer would be x is greater than or equal to 15. If I had to graph this thing, I'd make a dot at 15, and it would be closed because this is an equal to, and then I would shade this thing to the right because x is greater than. So any times that this open thing is facing the x, it'd go to the right. Let's try another one. For this problem, the first thing I would do is distribute, because anytime I have parentheses and a number outside, distributing seems like a good step. So I'm going to get 8x plus 72 is less than 6 minus 3x. At this stage, then, again, I try to get all the x's to the same side. So since this is a minus 3, I'm going to add 3x, giving me 11x plus 72 is less than 6. I'd then subtract 72 from both sides and get 11x is less than, let's see what 72 minus 6 is. Negative 66. And then we would divide by 11 and get x is less than negative 6. Again, I would make a number line. I'm going to use an open dot because it's not equal to. And I'm going to go to the left because x is less than negative 6. Let's try one more example. Okay. On this should look really familiar from a while ago because this should look like a proportion because you have two equal fractions. Whenever we have two equal fractions, we want to cross multiply. And when we cross multiply, the 2 affects both these terms, so you're going to get 2x plus 42 is less than or equal to 30x minus 42. My next step would be combining all my like terms. So again, I'm going to try to get all the x's to the same side, so I'm going to subtract 30x. I'm going to subtract 30x. I'm going to get negative 28x plus 42 is less than negative 42. I'm going to subtract 42. I'm going to subtract 42. And I'm going to get negative 28x is less than or equal to negative 84. I'm going to divide by negative 28x. When I divide by a negative number, it's going to flip my inequality sign, so x is going to be greater now. And we're going to get this to be 3. So again, when I graph this, I'll put 3 in the middle. I'm going to go a solid dot because it's n equal to, and I'm going to go to the right because x is greater. Try the different problems today. They should match all the same problems we did for variables on both sides with equations. The only difference is the inequality sign will sometimes flip when we divide by a negative, and then at the end we have to graph it.